Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're in the right place at the right time. It is Tuesday and it is time for the show. I am so glad to tell you that my guest is in the green room. We're waiting on him to get his tech fired up and ready to go, but he is here and he is in the green room. All right, so we're going to be getting to him very shortly. All right, Mr. Theo Huff is in the house. So let me get through these announcements right quick so we can get to our guest. The first thing I want to do is give a shout out to all of our healthcare heroes that are on the front line, keeping our loved ones alive and safe. I tell you, it is very difficult sometimes in a time like this because they got so many people that are trying to tell you that it's okay to go back out there with no mask on. Keep your mask on. Those professionals that are on the front line have been doing a great job keeping us informed on what's been going on. And I tell you, I listen to them. They say, wear your mask. So I'm advising you to wear your mask. Don't take any chances. Wear your mask, okay? Also, I want to give a shout out to all of our spiritual leaders that are on the front line, all of the people that have been seeking the face of God and know what's going on in the realm of the spirit. I always like to shout them out because they got a hard job as well. And they need to know what's going on so they can tell us what's going on. So when you've got people that have been seeking the face of God, listen to them. Listen to them because they know what's going on, okay? And we definitely want to make sure that we give them a shout out each and every time that we go live, okay? And a special shout out to my mentor, Dr. Hunt. Now, Dr. Hunt has been hanging out with me for a very long time. And I tell you, he's been, over 30 years. Over 30 years. He and I have been hanging out with each other, and I pray for him. He prays for me all the time. So I encourage you guys to do the same thing for your leadership, whatever leadership that you have, whatever leadership that you're following. Follow them closely and keep them lifted up in prayer. Okay? Definitely keep them lifted up in prayer. All right. So now let's go over here. I want to invite each and every person to go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. When you get over there, I want you to scroll down and take a look at all of my advertisers. RRJ Web, Sensor Synergy, Port Again Sam, and Prince Hunter Financial Group, to name a few. These are some of the people that have been with me for a while and help make it possible for us to do what we do here. And when you go and support them, it makes it easy for them to support me. If you're interested in doing anything with a website, RRJ Web is your place to go. So Synergy, if you're interested in learning and finding out about green energy, solar panels, you want to talk to them. Port Again Sam brings in some of the best wine and spirits from all over the world. You want to click on any one of those banners, it'll take you to their website and you can get direct information. Now, Prince Hunter Group has got a promotion going on. If you're interested in learning about Forex market, stock market, he's offering 4 free classes to be able to help you learn about those stock markets and forex markets, how to get into it, how to make yourself some money dealing with those markets. So you definitely want to check out Prince Hunter Group if that's something you want to learn about. It's a lot of millionaires made in the stock market every day. So definitely you want to check them out. So, like I said a little while ago, we've got our guest in the green room, and I tell you, I'm excited to have him on the show today. This young man has a reputation of being Mr. Entertainment. If you have never seen him perform ever before, you have cheated yourself. I remember the very first time I laid eyes on him. He was working with a Black Theater Ensemble, and he was playing Jackie Wilson. You know, the young Jackie Wilson, because he was young. Okay, and I tell you, this boy lit up the stage. I know we ain't supposed to call people boy nowadays, but this boy was lighting up the stage. And I tell you, night after night, he put it out there for people to enjoy what he does. And he's continuing his craft. He's gotten better at his craft. He travels all over the country and maybe even all over the world. We're going to find out today. And welcome to the show for the very first time, Theo Huff. How you doing, my brother?
Hey, I'm doing all right, brother Ron. I appreciate it, man. I thank you for having me on the show.
Man, I didn't think you was gonna make it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was gonna
Hey,
make it. I was
man.
like, boy, this boy having technical difficulty on the show day. Oh no, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. But
I'll let you know how God is
hey, man,
good,
he is
man.
good all the time, brother, all the time. Now, how long ago was that you played Jackie Wilson at Black Theater Ensemble?
Well, actually, Jackie Wilson, it was one of my guys that played Jackie. I was in the Jackie show.
Oh, you were in the
Uh,
show? Okay,
and I actually literally did like Sam Cooke and
okay. You played the
Otis
other
Redding.
entertainers,
Yeah,
but you were in the play.
yeah,
Well, I'm glad we straightened that out because somebody will come back and bash me in the head and say, that wasn't him. That wasn't him. You know how people are. But they sure will call you
yeah.
on the carpet when you mess something up, you know?
Oh, it's all right. Ain't nobody perfect, Dr. Ron. So it's no problem, bro. We all
Okay,
make
but
mistakes,
you
man.
have been working with Black Theater Ensemble for a long time.
Yeah, since I was 14
Yeah,
years
so
old.
I had that part right. You were still a young boy.
Yeah, I was actually 14 years old when I started. At that time, they was on Beacon Street on a side street,
Okay,
but now they on what's this Montrose side.
okay.
So um, I mean, the Black Ensemble came a mighty long way, and I thank God for Jackie Taylor for believing in me, teaching me, how to improve on my craft when it came to the stage, dance, and working out all the whole 10 yards. So I thank God for that, for that.
So now you perform on a regular basis now, and you sing a tribute to many legendary artists in your performances. You want to name a few of them?
Um, I do tribute to the late great Tyrone Davis, Johnny Taylor, Sam Cooke, and I ease a little extra of some of my greats that's still alive, like Ronald Isley from the Isley Brothers, and frankly Beverly and Mays. It's just a blessing, man. And also I do some of my own original music as well.
Yeah, you've been performing since the age of 14, man. How has the industry changed in your eyes, since you first started doing this?
When I first started, CDs was selling a lot. Um, at the time, it was cassettes. Get on the verge of getting ready to move out the way for CDs to really keep doing this thing. I mean, a lot of the legends was around, like Otis Clay, Cicero still alive,
Cicero Blake?
Artie, he's still alive.
Okay.
Artie Blues Boy White was around. I mean, a lot of my mentors was around, and I miss that. They the one helped, taught me the game of the music and the business. Like it was just nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
But now, where it changed, you got a lot of people singing with tracks. Uh, it's not like the art, creativity of music when it come down to the bands and bring originality to the game. It's more people that's dubbing songs off other people's songs and running with it.
Mm-hmm.
So when it come down to when I first got in the game, it was more originality than anything.
Okay. Now you said Cicero Blake. Is he still performing?
He's still performing every blue moon. He don't perform like he used to, but he's still active.
Okay. All right. I used to work with Cicero at the Cotton Club back in the early '90s. He was a regular down there, man, at least once a month, sometime twice a month. He
Yes,
would be
sir.
down there performing with the live band, like you said, live
Yeah,
band, not a track, a
yeah.
live band.
That's right. That's right.
So it's been a lot of years, man. I haven't heard his name in so long. You made me have a flashback, man.
Well, hey man, I love history, our history, and I stand on that, and I try to promote our history through my shows and teach the younger generation about our history. Before it was any R. Kelly, it was Tyrone
That's
Davis.
right.
So our black young people need to learn more about our music
Yeah,
history.
that's true. I remember when R. Kelly first got started, also sneaking into the Cotton Club, back in
Mhm.
the '90s, because he wasn't old enough to be in there, but he used to come through there. And despite what, public politics might be feeling about him right now, the boy had a gift.
Oh yeah, he a
Yeah,
genius.
he had a gift and he could sing,
Mm,
and there were many people that he came in contact and witnessed that encouraged him to continue with this craft. So he has
absolutely.
gone on to make great music. Now he's
Hmm.
made some bad decisions in his personal life, but his
Hmm.
music is still great. It'll
Absolutely.
transcend time. And it'll always be able to transcend time. Now some of the other people that you talked about, JoJo Murray. I heard you mention his name.
Yeah, JoJo.
Yeah. Now I know you guys did a Joe Bar, and
Hmm.
before the pandemic, you guys had a tribute show. I think it was a tribute show that you were doing with Anton.
Absolutely.
Anton is
Absolutely.
one of the local promoters who does a tribute to Barry White,
Yes,
as well as
sir.
other artists as well. But I remember you guys, um, at the, South Suburban area, I think a
Hmm.
couple of times a month you all did that show. And it turned out, man, standing room only.
It was actually sold
Yeah,
out. We was at the entrance, I
yeah,
remember,
yeah,
and we made history at that place.
yeah,
Big out to my boy Joe, the owner.
yeah,
Uh, Man, we just had a good time. It was me, it was JoJo Murray, Joe Barr, and it was a guy named Joe Davis from South Bend, Indiana, I
yeah.
believe.
I didn't know him as well
And
as I knew the other guys, because me and JoJo
yeah,
go back to the '70s. I'm
oh
finna tell
yeah,
his age. you know,
yeah, Mr. Brown.
Man, look, JoJo Murray used to come out to a club that I was spinning records in when I was a little boy, okay?
Absolutely.
In Markham. And man, he would light that place up with that guitar, boy. I tell you,
Uh,
man. And I understand he's still doing it now. I
mm-hmm,
saw him at Hazelnut right before the pandemic. He was out there performing. And I tell
mm-hmm.
you, that was interesting, to see him. Man, I think it was so funny. He and I were talking, and he had just had eye surgery.
Mm.
So he couldn't even see.
Oh
He didn't even
wow.
know who I was.
I don't think I could be out like that, and I
Oh
just have
man, it was
you know.
hilarious, man. And I started naming his pedigree and everything he had done way back then. He said, "Yeah, you got to know me."
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. JoJo, he a good guy,
Always
man. And
has
long
been. Yeah,
I've been knowing him, I've been knowing him for about a good almost 20 years,
yeah,
man. And
yeah. Now,
he's
I know a lot of times people say that the entertainment industry in the Chicago area has a lot of animosity, a lot of hatred, and a lot of ill will towards one another. Have you experienced that? With what you're doing and how you've been doing it here in the Chicago area.
well. I put it like this, when you in this game, you gonna get someone jealous of you, envy. That's anywhere you go. But Chicago, this they got a lot of good talent here, and I don't think that anybody should be jealous of anybody because can't nobody do you better than you.
Right.
Can't nobody be Dr. Ron better than Dr. Ron. You know
Amen.
what I'm saying? Ain't nobody be Theo Huff better than Theo Huff. So I look at it, as God bless everybody with their own special gift and talent. So by me keeping that in mind, that what keeps me balanced when I'm on shows. Hey man, that's what keeps me going. And no matter who I'm on the show with, you know, it just I feel that I can always bring my A game. If I was on the show with anybody like Bobby Rush, he one of my mentors. Anybody heavy hitter, I feel that always bring your A game because people respect you for being your best.
Right. Right. So if somebody, I've always said if you can make it here in Chicago, you can make it anywhere.
Absolutely.
So if anybody were thinking about coming to Chicago and jumping into this shark infested waters, what would you say
Mhm.
to them as an artist? How would they be able to get their feet wet in the water, and how would they be able to work their way around the circuit?
Well, the thing is about it that you got to, first of all, test the waters by coming out and seeing what's going on, seeing how that artist work the stage, see different things. Therefore, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I see how he worked the stage, so let me try a little bit of that, but mix it up with my own style. So that's the thing.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
now you've done international things because when I said international, you started shaking your head. So you've done things coast to coast. So
Mhm.
would you say it's difficult, more difficult here in Chicago than it is in other places?
Absolutely, absolutely. I just been blessed to know the people here more because I this my home base.
Hmm.
But actually, if I was somewhere else trying to come to Chicago, man, Chicago can be rough on you.
Yeah.
Uh, but if you go down south, they're a little more receiving. If you go overseas to Italy, they treat you like royalty. But I love Chicago. This is where I come from, and it just bring out the best in me.
Okay. Now, when I said Mr. Entertainment, I was not exaggerating. When this fella hit the stage, I tell you, he starts moving and dancing and shaking his money maker, boy. I tell you, it's one of those situations, boy. He puts on a show. I mean, he
Mm.
gets involved with the music and the audience. I've seen him come down off the stage and get down in the crowd. And them girls start throwing their wigs at him, boy. I tell you, them hair weaves be coming off like, go ahead.
You said best, Dr. Ron. You said best, bro.
I'm just telling you what I seen with my own eyeballs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm not making it up. You know,
Yeah, you
it
right.
was so funny. I was at one of the shows one time, and I looked up, and a lot of the guys that would hit the stage was flat-footed singers. You know,
Mm.
they not that they couldn't handle what they was doing, because boy, they opened their mouth and magic came
Oh
out.
yeah.
Flat-footed
Oh yeah.
singers. But I think you were the youngest one that was in that crowd of singers, and
Hmm.
when you started singing, you know, you didn't stop moving. You just kept on getting your little thing on. I don't want to say little thing because that's not a good thing to say to another brother. He started getting his thing on, and I
Yeah.
tell you, the mother cats was like, "Go ahead on, young fella."
Well, Dr. Ron, man, I look at it like this, man. Anytime when you blessed to be able to work with a God-given talent surrounding you, and man, it's wonderful, amazing artists and singers and stuff. And the audience, they be cheering for you. It makes you want to give out more.
Yeah,
And when you come into a Theo Huff show or Theo Huff experience, I should say, you come into a party. You know, it ain't about sitting on the wall. Because when I catch you in your phone, I'm coming to you and make you part of the show. So it's about making a person feel good, because you never know what a person might be going through in life. They might be going through a bad relationship. They might be having problems at home with their family, anything. But when you come to Theo Huff show, it's music to the mind of the soul. It helps you release all that stress and just free your mind and have a good time.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So I heard you say Italy. What would be one of your favorite places that you know that you had a great time performing at?
I would say Beretta, Italy. Then we went to Spain uh, for a tour. It was me that year. It was Stan Mosley. It was Bobby Rush. Uh, it was George McCrae, and it was a few more others. Felicia Janae. We all had a good time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we all had a good time, and I mean, it was a wonderful experience that I never will forget as long as I
I
live.
know that's right. Yeah. Now, in the United States, where would you say will be a good place that you would like to go back to again?
Uh, well, Memphis is my second home.
Okay.
Besides Chicago, I love Memphis. I love Tunica, Mississippi. Uh, and you know what I'm saying, the South Period, Jackson, Mississippi. But it's something about Memphis is my second
Yeah.
home.
Yeah. So, do you have a home club down there that you go to all the time, or you just go wherever they call you to go?
Oh man, I love being at the VIP Entertainment Center in Memphis, Tennessee. I love going on Beale Street. You know, there's nothing like it. You have a good time. You see many people doing their thing, live entertainment in each club. And it feels good to be laid back and listen to other people do their thing.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't say New Orleans, man. You never done New Orleans?
I never been to New Orleans
Not yet,
yet.
huh? Okay.
No, not yet. I know it's
You say
coming
it's
though.
coming, huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, you is that all you do now? Is just the music? Do you have a regular 9 to 5? I know at one time you were teaching. Are you still doing
Hmm.
the teaching thing?
Oh no, I retired, but from that, I gave that 12 years of my life.
Okay.
Uh, Now, I spend time with my father, help take care of him, and I do work at different warehouses, connecting with CEOs and stuff like that. And I sing and travel, do what I love to do.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's a beautiful thing. So you just full time entertainer now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I know last year you did a performance at Black Theater Ensemble. Was that part of their featuring you or play or something? Or
The last time I was at the Black and Summer, it was a feature in Theo Huff. Jackie Taylor, the founder and the CEO of the Black and Summer Theater, which is my godmother. She said, "Hey Theo, hey baby, I would love for you to bring a show here."
okay,
So I said, "Well, mom, tell me what you want me to do. What you need me to bring." And she told me, and we all had a good time in the front of the theater, bringing the Theo Up experience, and everybody loved themselves, enjoyed themselves. It was a mixed crowd. They bought CDs, they danced. I mean, it was amazing uh, experience.
well, good, good. So you would you do that again?
Almost definitely, absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
all right. So it was an outside event.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
all
sir.
right, good, good. Now, I know we talked about you quite a bit in the first half of the show. I
Mm-hmm.
want to kind of ask questions about your music, and I know you've
Mm-hmm.
got several CDs and songs that you have put out. I know some of them kind of risque. Hey, I'm like, there you go, acting up. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about some of the music that you have created and brought to the world.
Um, but the music that I sing about is about life. Uh, some of it is about what people might be scared to say, but they thinking about it all the
Uh
time,
huh.
you know. So, I mean, I just love to make music to grab people attention, and some songs are serious than others, but hey, that's part of me.
Yeah. So, you want to name some of the titles? You don't be scared now. You put.
I know your favorite. Well, like so-called friends, everybody can relate to that. Let me come back home. Soul swing, just enough rope to hang yourself. Uh, who you been listening to, and you got to say the best for last. So you wet panties.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, wet
Yeah.
panties.
Well,
Oh my
look, I'm
God.
gonna act real crazy right now. What was your inspiration for that song?
Well, believe it or not, my producer, the legendary Paul Richmond, the one that wrote the songs of Shining Star for the Manhattans, helped wrote In the Mood for Tyrone Davis, and Love Mechanic for Willie Clayton. Uh, I mean, was working with him was just an honor and a blessing. But we was at the Savor Room one night, and he said, "Hey Theo," he called me Theo. "Hey Theo, hey man, uh, I got a song for you, man. It's a hit." I say, "What's the name of it?" He said, "Wet Panties." I said, "Man, I can't do that song, man. I can't do that." He said, "Theo, I'm telling you, when you hear this song, just try it one time." I said, "Well, Uncle P, hey man, I come by the studio and I check it out." I was in the studio, he played it for me. I listened to it twice. I said, "Okay, okay, I'm feeling the groove on this." And then when I started singing it myself, and then he played it back for me, I said, "Oh man, I like this. Oh my God!" You can hear things when people lay a demo to you, but when you hear your actual voice on it, you be like, "God, that's me." So hey, that's what happened. And next thing you know, we didn't know that it was going to become a hit like it did. Uh, I thank God for that, And some people out there, they call me the Wet Panties Man, but it was a song actually talking about an experience of a woman,
Uh-huh.
you know. And there's nothing to be ashamed about. It's life,
Right.
you know.
Right, right. So that was your first CD, right? That was the first one. Second
Second,
CD.
second.
Okay. All right. So now, did you get as much exposure on the first CD as you did on the second one?
No, actually, the second CD was way more exposure than the first CD.
Okay.
The first CD had got a lot of good songs like "It's a Good Thing I Met You" with Benny Lattimore. He wrote that song for me to record. It was "So Called Friend." It was "I Need Some Loving Tonight." I mean, it was quite a few songs on that first CD that I think that when people go back and hear, they be like, "Man, Theo need to recut this and re-release this," you know. Uh, and I'm willing to do it, you know. But the second CD, that's what did it.
So when they say recut it, so you think the production quality on the CD itself wasn't comparable to what people would want to hear today? Okay,
Absolutely.
gotcha.
I mean, the way it laid out, it was nice. It's nice, but when you bring it up to the date style, it can catch a lot of people's attention
Yeah,
because a lot of people love the groove, a lot of people love the move,
yeah,
a lot of people love the party. Uh, that's just the thing. That's what it is.
yeah.
And the industry is not like it used to be when you could sing a whole lot of ballads and when you could be the best singer on stage, but they not really paying attention to that, even though he is, but it's a 50-50 thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now they want something to make you, oh yeah, they want to get it. They want to bounce. They want to party.
Yeah. So you would say that your favorite genre would be more like blues?
Yeah, I love blues.
Okay.
I love rhythm and blues. Um, I love blues because the message
Right.
within the music. Me growing up as a kid, listening to the blues, that's what gained me wisdom at a young age. Me seeing a lot of things what people go through and seeing some of my family members get caught up on drugs. If you see how they acting, that let you know, hey, I don't want none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing with the blues. It teaches you about life.
Right. Right. So you're a master storyteller in the style of blues.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So, what do you see in your future? What's happening with you coming up? What are some of the things that you see yourself getting involved in musically, going forward?
I see myself working behind the scenes a little later on, helping different artists. Um, Also thinking about helping the homeless, building up their confidence level. Because it is some people out there on the streets that's very talented, but can sing, entertain, but they probably never had someone to believe in them. You know, uh, so it's all about how you willing to pass the blessing on, uh, and also do what you love to do. You know.
Hmm. So would you recommend young people look at this genre of music as an opportunity? Because nowadays everything is hip hop. Everything is hip hop. Everybody want to do hip hop. But what would you encourage young people that might see this video? How to allow the blues to speak to them and influence them.
I would say if they love what they do in this music, do it to the best of your ability. Try to learn much as you can about the music business, period, because the game is constantly changing.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, even with me, I have to do research to see what the people love, like, and to try to gradually change within time. So that's what I'm doing. But the most thing I should say, let's try to learn the music business.
Hmm. So when you say music business, you talking about learn how to write music, play an instrument, all of those kind of things, and then understand the business behind it, how much money you gonna make doing what you're doing.
Absolutely,
all of that.
absolutely.
Okay, yeah, cause
Yeah,
yeah.
learn about the contracts when you negotiating with the promoters. You got to know how to greet the people. Anything when it comes down to your business of performing, you got to learn how to do the back end.
Now I know they often say that the blues itself was more targeted towards older, people because they can appreciate what you're saying and have lived through it. They can relate. So would you say that's
Mhm.
true or not true?
Uh, what happened to me when I was 14? I studied people like Johnny and Tyrone, but when I was hitting the clubs at the age of 14, people didn't realize my age bracket. So what happened was I was doing it in a way, putting a little stank on the music to get a lot of younger people around my age to get involved of what I was doing. So I would mix it up with a little Usher, a little bit of something that they can relate to, and then smooth it in the old school so they could be like, man, I didn't know about that artist. And then you like, man, I like that song. Like Good Love by Johnny Taylor. A lot of young people, they love that song. You know what I'm saying? But I had to not put something on them that they can relate to, you know? So that's how I was able to get the young and the older crowd together, and that's what helped change the game.
Okay, all right. So you don't consider yourself just focusing just on the older crowd. You like to be
Right.
universal and bridge that
Absolutely.
gap between the young and the old. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I think you're doing a great job of it because I tell you,
Thank
a lot of those guys that we talked about earlier are definitely old cats.
you. Hmm.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
them
Oh
cats been
yeah.
around a long time and they
Yeah.
still doing what they do, but you fit right in there with them so comfortable,
Hmm.
and when they see you, they be like, "Nah, I can't do that no more."
But you know what, Dr. Ron, my goal is to try to help keep some of my mentors a legacy alive, like the late great Otis Clay and Cicero Blake, even though he's still here. But sing some of his songs, put in the show, so the people around my age bracket and younger can appreciate what they have done,
Right,
and give them their flowers while they here.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So that's my goal.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that because one of my colleagues, Professor Reggie Miles, he's
Hmm.
always says that music nowadays is standing on the foundation that was established by earlier artists, like some of those people you just
Absolutely.
named.
Absolutely.
What they're doing now, should be paying homage and tribute to the musicians of earlier days and performers of
That's right.
earlier days.
Right.
Music is definitely something, when I say ours, I mean our culture, that we
Right.
have carried and brought through time, has transcended time, and can stand the test of time. And,
Absolutely.
as young people, if they want a hit, all they got to do is sample something that was a hit before. You ain't got to recreate the wheel.
Absolutely.
All you got to do
Absolutely.
is just like, what was a hit before? Now, what can I do now that would be different to bring it up to date, but yet it's a tribute to what they did? Marshall always talks about Beyonce, how she took a Shy Light song and made it her
Mm-hmm.
own, but yet it was a Shy
Mm-hmm.
Light song in the beginning. So they sampled a Shy Light
Absolutely.
song, and turned it
Absolutely.
into a hit. And he's smiling all the way to the bank.
Well, I look at different artists like Dr. Dre, how he did in the early '90s when he came out with that song, and he sampled the track from Leon Haywood. I wanna do some freaking to you,
Right.
babe. That's what him and Snoop Dogg came off that song. One, two, three, into the four. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre is knocking at your door. So that's what they got that song from
Uh-huh.
because of the groove and the beat.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how you do it. You do it like I reach in the cans and I listen to music that a lot of people overlook, but have a nice groove to it and have a good message. And I try to put it out, put it in my show sometimes. Like for example, like a lot of people here, they do not touch no Willie Hutch.
Okay.
In Memphis, they do, but Chicago, you go in any clubs, they not singing "I Choose You."
Mm-hmm.
They not singing "Love Power." So them the songs or Leroy Hudson, "So in Love." So them the songs that you bring out, put it in your show. Them the people that people pay $40, $50 for.
Right.
They don't want to always hear songs that they be singing constantly in these clubs.
Mm-hmm.
You got to when you're an artist, you have to do something that makes you stand out from the rest of the crew.
Right.
And that's why I try to have my own style. I always try to have my own sound, and try to be very presentable on stage, so they can be like, "Oh, that's Theo Huff,"
Yeah, man,
you
you be
know.
sharp now. Ain't no doubt about it.
Yes,
You be sharp
yes. So,
and full of
yeah.
energy. So what's on the horizon? I know you've got a few things going on in the works with a few other people. So
Mm.
is there anything that you can talk about that you're working on that you'd like to talk about? If you can't talk about it, I understand. What's on
Uh,
the horizon?
this is, on the horizon, we're getting ready to do a show March the 18th at this club called Space with a guy named George McClendon, me and the Platinum Band. And the studio wise, I'm working on some new music, some good hot tracks, and also a lot of people they don't realize that I'm on the verge of working with the legend Willie Clayton on some stuff. We're in the studio.
Okay.
Uh, we just trying to get a little kinks out and get it smooth and polished, but I'm asking everybody to, look out for the future,
Okay.
you
So
know.
that's what you got going on. Now you going back overseas again. The pandemic has kind of opened up a little bit. You thinking about jumping on an airplane, going somewhere?
Maybe next year.
Okay. Hey man, look,
There's a lot of stuff going on
look,
right
I
now.
like that. I like that. They got a war over there and everything, you know.
Man,
Yeah,
man.
buddy, you ain't never lied there. Now, they can find all of your what we call swag and music on your website. We got your information right there, right underneath your name. So if they go over to your website, they'll be able to find all your music.
hmm Yes, sir. They can go to iTunes, Spotify, any platform that you can get music off of. You can get Theo Huff. You can go on YouTube. You can reach me through Facebook. I mean, all of it is part of me. So you can reach me anywhere you want. You can even go to Yahoo, Google, just put Theo Huff, and it directs you to what I'm a part of. You know.
Okay. And any local shows coming up? I know you mentioned one show. You got anything local coming? I know you just did a show last weekend, which you told me was a very good turnout. Yeah.
Yes, yes. The Glenwood
Uh
Oaks
huh.
Entertainment Center. Yes. Shout out to my boy Marcus Shavers, who gladly gave me an opportunity to bring my production in its establishment, and we made history there. The first band to ever sell out that place like that, and
Wow.
now it's more bands to follow after me. So
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah. Now you
blessing.
did Tavern on Lagrange too, didn't you? Didn't you go over there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. On the Grange, I love that place. They have wonderful food, amazing talent that comes there. And when I'm not doing anything, sometimes I come out there and listen to other people do their thing.
Well, that's good. Good. So, you have any shows coming up in the next couple of weeks that people can keep an eye out for?
March the 18th, I will be at Space. in Evanston, Illinois. All you have to do is go to Theo Huff Facebook. You see it on my page. You go to Instagram. That's keep. If you're not following Theo Huff on Facebook, please follow, and that'll keep you updated on all my dates and stuff and what I'm doing as well.
Okay. All right. Well, I know in the beginning you mentioned something about the young people. So, are you doing anything special with young people that you want to talk about?
We on the verge, me and my crew, we on the verge of trying to do a collecting funds, and we trying to get grants right now to try to do a concert for younger people and to help them with, you know, with paper and pencil and pen, so when they go back to school for next year, they can be able to have something. So that's what we actually working in the makings right now as we speak.
Okay. All right. So, you always keep the kids in your heart, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I was one once upon
I
a
know
time,
that's
you know.
right. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I love it, man. I'm glad you took time out of your busy schedule to come hang out with me, man. I've been trying to get this brother for some years, y'all. I'm gonna
Hey,
talk
doctor.
about you now. Every time I try to hook him up, he mess around, boy. He said, "Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna come," and then he don't answer the phone no more. And I was like, "Oh man!" Just when I'm getting ready to book him on the show, he ain't showing up, ain't answering his phone. But I know he get busy, and
Yeah.
he get preoccupied. Like he told me over the weekend, man, I ain't got nothing going on, man. We can do this, and then he
Yeah.
got busy.
Yeah. Hey, that's the power of the phone right there. That's the power of the phone. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
But Dr. Ron, real talk, man, I really appreciate you so much, man, for allowing me to be on your show and for helping me through and supporting me through the years. I really appreciate you. And if anything that I can do on this end, hey, I'm just a phone call away.
hey man, I feel that love, man. I tease and talk about you, but I ain't never not took your call. I always take
Hey,
your call, no
man,
matter what's
I know
going
it's
on.
out of love. I know it's out of
Yeah,
love.
man. Look, it's all about love, and that's what we gotta have for each other in this business. And a lot of people, I've been around a long time. I've been doing this 45 plus years. Okay, I've worked with people all around the world. I've traveled across the country, and I don't know it all, but the little stuff I do know, I try to be a blessing. Because when people call me up and they got a question, I'm never gonna say, "Hey, man, you gotta hire me to be your consultant." No, never that. Because I know somewhere down the road you might say a kind word about me, and that'll be
Absolutely.
something that people will remember when I ain't here no more. And man, that brother was always available. You know,
Well, I'm gonna say that while you're still here.
Amen. Amen. I appreciate it. That's
Yeah.
love right there for real. And it's all about, keeping people uplifted and encouraged, because we know a lot of the
Yes,
same
sir.
people,
Yes, sir.
name dropping like Art James, like
Yeah, our
yeah,
James
that's my
Alpha.
boy, man. I've been knowing him
Yeah.
since the 70s, you know.
Oh man, good guy.
Yeah,
Good, good guy.
yeah, and he used to have bar deep boots when he was going call himself going to work every day over there at the store and sit there
Mm-hmm.
and smoke cigars and just having a good time all day long, just hanging out, letting the people come by and visit with him.
Yes,
And I
sir.
know
Yes,
you had
sir.
traveled to I think the Blues Award show with him on more than one
Yeah,
occasion.
Just Blues Award. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
because he told me one time. He
He.
said, "Yeah, I'm leaving this weekend, going down there," and I think he said he was taking you with him one year.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I was
Yes,
like,
sir.
"Oh man, that ought to be fun."
We had a good
Yeah, I
time.
know you
We had
did.
a good
Yeah,
time. That year, it was Benny Lattimore, David Hudson, Carl Sims, Miss Joey, the legendary, the late great Walter Scott.
yeah,
He
Walter.
received the award.
Yeah,
Him, Walter Scott, and Howard Scott.
yeah,
They had the Lifetime Achievement Awards in Tunica at the Just Blues Awards.
yeah,
Uh, and it was a blessing, being around family and being around people that you haven't seen in years. It was just amazing, a blessing.
yeah, yeah. So most of the people in the industry they know your name. And that's a good
Yes, sir.
thing. Because when
Yes,
you
sir.
go places and show up at award shows and things like that, people know your name,
Mm,
so they're not like surprised, like, Theo Huff, who's that? They know who you are,
right.
and
Yes, sir.
and they're not disappointed when they get a chance to see you perform, and that's a beautiful thing, man. Because there's a
Yes,
lot
sir.
of people out here now, man. They just want to make the money without having to work for it. You know.
Well, Dr. Ron, I'm gonna say this, man. If you love what you do and God placed it on your heart to do it, you're gonna do it to the best of your ability. You're not gonna always worry about money, because the money will come.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to show God that you're grateful with the gift that He has blessed you with,
Yes.
and do it to the best of your abilities, and not take it for granted.
Yeah.
A lot of people take the God gift talent for granted, and they regret it later on down the line.
That's true.
But with me, I just try to touch many people with the gift that He blessed me with, and try to do the right thing. Ain't nobody perfect, but I try to do positive work.
Yeah. Now you're going to be doing the blues festival in Chicago. I understand the festivals are starting back up. Are you going to be dealing with any of the festivals?
We trying to get on it. We don't know at this moment, but we trying to get on the roster as we speak.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know it's the first time that they're starting back this summer in Chicago. For those that
Hmm.
live other places, they have festivals like the Gospel Fest, Blues
Hmm.
Fest. They do Jazz Fest. They do quite a few of those festivals, on the lakefront in Chicago, and they have been on hold because of the pandemic. And I
Absolutely.
don't know. I think it's still too soon to start getting back out there, getting in people's face. But people feel like they're getting cabin fever and they got to get out there. For me and my
Hmm.
household, I'm staying in. I ain't going out there.
Hmm.
I'm just not taking any chances because I don't know what the health habits of other people are. I know what my health
Absolutely.
habits are, but see, I can't take no chances. See, you young, see, you can take a chance. I ain't taking no chances.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth, Dr. Ron. AIDS ain't really got no death on it. People dying old and
Amen,
young.
brother.
So,
Amen.
hey
You got
man,
that right.
when people tell me, "Hey Theo, you got a lot of time," I'll be like, "Nah, I don't look at it like that, bro. Cause your time could be just like my time." You know
Exactly,
what I'm saying?
exactly,
So,
exactly. Well, look, we got about 6 minutes left on the show today. And I always like to ask this question of the guests that come on board to be with me. What would you like to leave with the people today before we get out of here?
uh, I would just like to let the people know that's been supporting me through many years that I love them. Uh, and I appreciate them for always being there for me. And I'm willing to, have a good time and give them my all on stage with this music. So any way that they can keep supporting me, I'm very grateful for it.
Amen. That's what's up. Now, TheoHuff.com, that's the website.
Yes,
You
sir.
can go over there, browse around, buy his music. You have T-shirts, mugs, and stuff like that over there, caps.
If they come to the shows and stuff, that's where they know that we have robes, we have shirts, CDs. That's feel free to go to the website, or go on Facebook, hit me up, Theo Huff, and we can see what we can help you with.
Okay. So you still got room on your Facebook. You ain't maxed out yet.
I'm close to maxed out. I think I got three more slots left. You know what I'm saying? Three more
Well, y'all better
slots.
hurry up and get over there and get them, because once they're gone, they're gone. Then
Yeah.
you got to start a whole new page. Start
Oh
all
man,
over
I tell
again.
Facebook can lock you down if you try to get another
Oh, do
page.
they? I didn't know they do that now.
Man,
Oh man.
Facebook. Oh wow, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Now you got a YouTube channel as well, right? With some of your music videos on it.
Yeah, they can go on YouTube and check me out. Just type Theo Huff and then pops on up.
Okay. Yeah.
Even the collaborations with J Red and different other artists, Stan Mosley and others.
Okay. Yeah. Well, look, man, I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule, like I said, to come on and be with me. Will you come back and see me again?
Hey, most definitely, Dr. Ron, because you the doctor.
And I appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. You know,
No problem.
it's so many people that have been talking about you to me, and then vice versa. Got to definitely got to give a shout out to Keisha, because she was one of the first people.
Oh, Miss Keisha Howard.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
that's
one
my
of the first
girl.
people to say, "You don't know
How you
Theo Huff?
doing?
Well, you need to
Yeah,
know
that's my
Theo
girl.
Huff. You need to know him."
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, sir.
yeah. So we definitely
Yes.
got to name drop her. Uh,
So way back like the blood stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Takesha is cool people, man. Look, I used to tell Takesha all the time, you can get more stuff done with my name than I can get done with my name. How do you do it?
I mean, she'll be a good
Yeah,
promoter
I
for
know,
you.
man. She be out there, boy. Doors be getting open and stuff. I was like, how'd you get in there? I just said I knew Dr. Ron. I was like, really? Dang, okay. All
Yeah.
right. I guess I need to start going more paces, You know. But look, man, I'm gonna get us out of this show for this week. We got a couple of minutes left, so just stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and checking out what's been going on, Mr. Theo Huff. Mr. Entertainment. I know that name has been used many times before, but when I talk about this brother, I mean, he puts on a show that you will not be disappointed at all. I tell you, this man gonna be clowning, and
Yeah.
when you see him, you're not gonna hesitate to want to go see him again. So stay tuned for what he's got coming up and where he's gonna be at and all he's got going on. Let me jump over here and invite you guys to come check us out each and every Thursday on Facebook and YouTube Live, on Street News Now. Me and my brothers, Thursday nights. We be talking all kind of politics, life stories, everything. Six guys in and you. You got to come check us out each and every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You will not be disappointed. I tell you, we have a great show every week. I tell you, we be throwing down over there. And also want to encourage you guys to go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. Definitely check out all of my advertisers, everybody that has been supporting me, that is advertising on my website. Definitely support them. If you want to make donations to support what we're doing here, this is the information where you do it at. I have Cash App, Zelle, and PayPal. And, all the people that have made contributions up to this point in time, I want to thank you. We put your money to good use. We ain't out partying. We definitely trying to do production with your money. Also,
Mhm.
while you're there, scroll up to the top. You'll see all of my social media tabs. You'll get a chance to see my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my YouTube. So when you go over to the YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Tell somebody about the show, share it with someone, and we look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday night. Come by and check us out, and we appreciate y'all. Peace and love. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Don't get silly. Wear your mask. Okay? See y'all next week. Peace.